Answering a call on a smartwatch involves you shouting, usually quite loudly, into something on your wrist. And while it looks cool in the movies, it doesn't look so cool when you're on the street. This is Huawei's answer to that problem. It's the Talkband B2, and what it does is combine one of the original pieces of mobile wearable tech, the Bluetooth earpiece, with a wristband. And it looks like this. Nice wristband, press those buttons, and you get a Bluetooth earpiece. Now, it's no ordinary Bluetooth earpiece. This has a little display on the front, and it is also a fitness tracker. So it'll measure, it'll track your steps, it'll track your active minutes, it'll even track your sleep. But that's where the problems start. Because, as you may have seen when this was attached to the band, it is not the smallest, most subtle device in the world. It is actually quite large. It's not very thin. Now, if we compare that to the LG Watch Urbane, then you really get a good idea of how thick the Talkband B2 is. Now, to be honest, when it's on the wrist, it really doesn't matter too much, although it can be a little bit uncomfortable underneath certain cuffs, like this is quite tight over the top. But the problem is when you're sleeping, it's just too uncomfortable. But outside of that, it's actually quite an intriguing little device. If you use your phone to make phone calls, this turns out to be quite convenient. We found it really handy to be able to store this here instead of looking ridiculous with it in our ear or digging around for it in a pocket. And the fitness tracking works really well. And we also really love this gorgeous little AMOLED display. And it runs using an app on your phone, and the app is universal. It works on Android and iOS. So this is kind of a good little wearable. We've got a full review up on the site of the Talkband B2, but for now, that's a little bit of a look at Huawei's unusual, quirky little wearable. This has been Andy for Digital Trends.